We are here from Buffalo for the Bills versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here,
Why did you put this out?
what?
You put this at prime time.
No, I didn't. I put it
You
at
put-
6:30.
It's
We're here from Buffalo for the Buffalo Bills versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, and yeah, it's a very cold day in Buffalo as it always is. So Pittsburgh kicks it away, and the Bills will start off with it here. It'll be a touchback. So the Bills start off with it at the 25. Allen backs up. Intercepted.
and the game's probably already over. 'Cause I was like, oh,
Wow, the first play of the game, an interception from Patrick Queen. And yeah,
he's
not a
actually
good,
right here, actually.
yeah, not a good start for the Bills. So seems like Khalil Shakir is the intended receiver there.
No, that's Keon Coleman. That's Joshua Palmer.
No,
Joshua Palmer's 80.
no, Khalil Shakir is the intended receiver. He was literally right behind Patrick Queen.
No, that's weird because he was like right next to.
No, he was not the intended receiver. So the Steelers start off with it at the 26. Very good range to start off with the ball for their offense here. And Rodgers to Fairmouth.
Probably the worst start you could possibly have to a game ever.
It's gonna probably destroy their momentum for a little while.
Yeah, and that's probably gonna end it already. This is pre when Pittsburgh starts getting shit and you need to win. This is
Rodgers.
This is pre Pittsburgh's yearly shitting the bed in the late season. Even though they
Or
look
in the
like
mid-season, to be fair.
huh?
Or midway.
No, they shit the bed in the late season, like week 15 of that shit. So
I know.
yeah.
What's the record right now? Are they leading the division? Oh no, well the Cincinnati is, but are they like what, second?
The second or third. Let me check. No, they're third. They're third.
Oh okay. Oh wow, Baltimore. All right.
Yeah, Baltimore's like 6-win team. They're 5-win, I believe. They're 5 or 6-win. Check.
Rodgers. Fairmouth again. At the 6.
Nope, they're second. No, there's Baltimore.
Baltimore has a game later though.
Yeah, Baltimore's 5-3 right now. Wait,
Is Baltimore's game tonight or
did Baltimore have a
tomorrow?
bye week?
No, they have a game this week.
No, I mean, did they have a bye week?
Oh, they
though?
might have, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Baltimore's 5-3. So and the Steelers are 7-2. The Bengals also had a bye week.
Rodgers. Oh wow, almost picked
The
off.
Steelers actually would be leading the division if well, the Bengals didn't like.
Win every game.
No, if the Bengals
Okay,
didn't
yeah,
have a bye.
the Ravens are literally coming off of a bye. They didn't have a game week 9.
Actually, the Steelers are the 3 seed in the AFC right now. If the Bengals like didn't have had a bye,
Rodgers. Oh, first down.
the Steelers would play more games than the Bengals.
4th and inches.
so.
Okay, never mind. Backed him up a little bit there. DK Metcalf with the catch for a yard.
By the way, guys, this is the funniest thing ever. Okay, so you know that do you guess the AFC playoff picture right now? You know the AFC playoff picture, the top 4 seeds in the AFC right now for the playoffs.
The Jets, the Bengals, Steelers, and who? The Raiders?
No,
The Broncos?
no,
Oh, tell me.
Ravens.
Oh
You know
yeah.
3 of the 4 teams have in common?
What?
They're all in the AFC North.
Oh yeah.
This is the best division of football because the Browns are the Browns, but
They're not too bad anymore though.
yeah, they are. They're like
They're the worst of the 4 obviously, but they're not as bad as they were at the start.
yeah, they're not as bad, but they're.
And caught, and he's in for the first goal.
If this was March Madness, you know what seed they would be?
Well, obviously they wouldn't be a good seed. I'm just saying.
Not
That's
big?
because of the way they started though.
The 2-6.
Yes, they started
Actually,
winless.
I forgot to tell you.
Oh, sorry, they started winless until Caleb threw a fucking game-losing pick. But
So you know what's crazy?
what?
You know what happened literally last week?
What?
You know what the Steelers did to Cleveland?
Down at the 1. Wow, they've spent like 3 fucking minutes in the fucking red zone.
Yeah, I
Holy
know.
shit.
You know what the Steelers did to Cleveland last week?
What?
Let's just say it was they brought what parents did in the 80s
Oh yeah,
to ass.
yeah.
They brought the belt.
Yep.
You know what the score was?
I know.
55 to
bad.
15.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah. And you know how many picks Shador
Oh my
threw?
god, this fucking front line in the fucking red zone is insane.
You know how many picks Shador threw?
How many? 7?
7.
Oh.
Wait, 8. Sorry.
Oh. It's a lot of picks.
And Kenny Pickett threw 2. Let's see if Josh Allen will throw 8.
Good work from the Bills front line in the goal near the goal line here.
Steelers are literally leading the league in takeaways now, by the way. Defense?
Yeah.
Yep, that's how good it is.
Rodgers. So he has it, but not for a touchdown. So it's 4th and goal at the 2. They went for it on 4th down last time. Let's see what they do here. They'll kick it this time. But it's good. Remember, the Bills are actually that one team that actually have Tomlin's number, because Sean McDermott is 3-1 versus Mike Tomlin. Even though Mike Tomlin's significantly better of a coach. He's got a decent team like last year. And they kick it away. And they'll take an knee.
Ravens fans are funny as shit, by the way.
So, this will be the second Bills drive. Previously, they threw Josh threw the pick on the first play. And hands it off to Cook, who's stuffed yet. And injury timeout here. It's a lineman, it seems.
Of course, Steelers are headhunters.
Yep. So Spencer Brown, the lineman, will be out for 1 quarter. He will be back here, of course, Buffalo. And James Cook, big gain here. And out at the 38. And, oh my god, now TJ Watt. Oh no, that's a big loss.
Yeah. He is Unk though, so.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. We're gonna let you know when he'll be back just in a moment. Oh no, if the Steelers lose TJ Watt, this better be shortly because he's the best defensive player they have. So now at the 38, 1st and goal, of course, we will inform you on TJ Watt a little later. James Cook stuffed here. So he's only had 1 big run on them, which was a 35-yard rush. Actually, no, it was 37 because he just lost 2 on that play, so. Yeah, aside from that, I mean, he hasn't been able to get past this defense. I think he found a lucky hole in the first one, and yeah, he's probably not going to make many moves tonight, aside from that big run.
To be fair, they did just lose. So TJ Watt is going to return soon.
Yep. And Allen throws another one. His 2nd of the game. That'll bring him to the 22. So, Storm. Oh.
Yeah, I don't like that throw.
That was on Shakir, I'm not gonna lie.
No, I was also I don't like that throw. No, because Shakir wasn't the open receiver. He's the intended receiver. But he wasn't open. There was another receiver that was open.
You're right. No, first it kind of looked like.
Even if Shakir's the intended receiver, you can.
Yeah, I know. You have to wait till he's open. I know fucking receiving works. All right, so.
No. But the thing is, there was also a wide open receiver downfield.
I guess.
Even further downfield.
So.
Keon Coleman was open.
Rodgers with the check down to Pickens, his first reception of the day. This receiving room from Pittsburgh is absolutely stacked. You also have prime Rodgers too.
Yes, because we put everybody in their
exactly. Got Nick Chubb at running back, I believe, too.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
so this is
again.
a really good Steelers team.
Yep.
I feel like they should be able to make a run, but anyways,
they are the Steelers.
Exactly, but this is the best team they've had in years, realistically.
Yes, but they are the Steelers, but they are also before their annual,
collapse.
Yes, collapse at the end of the season. At the first few times, okay, I was like, oh wow, they're collapsing at the end of the season. Now it's just, yeah, it's tradition.
Yeah.
Don't be fueled by Schittsburg.
Honest to God, though, if they stay consistent, like even towards like week 15, which is probably unlikely, but if they do, This is a sneaky Super Bowl contender we're talking about.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
no, they're not.
Yeah,
Don't
they are.
trust until they're actually in the Super
That's
Bowl.
what I mean.
Don't trust until they're actually in the AFC Championship game, or in the, not
At the
even
same
that,
time,
at the
though,
Super Bowl.
there is teams I do think are better. Obviously, like I think Cincinnati's better in the AFC. That is, I think Cincinnati's better. I think the Jets are better. I think
Jacksonville's better. They just have
Baltimore.
less wins.
I'm kind of mixed on right now.
Jacksonville's better. They just have less wins. Same as Baltimore.
Yeah.
They've just had a tougher
Oh,
schedule.
Kyle,
Like
second edition.
Jacksonville and Baltimore have both just had a tougher schedule.
But in terms of
Those-
rosters, this is a
still
pretty
better.
stacked roster. So it's just I don't know. I don't feel like they're getting as many. And I'm not saying like this like they suck, but like I feel like they should probably have less losses than they actually do. Like realistically, this is one of the strongest rosters in the entire conference.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've
Prime
It's a-
Rogers,
it's a-
Pickens, DK, Nick
Deontay
Chubb.
Johnson,
and then this insane D line.
and then think, what do all like 3 of those guys have? It's like 4 of those guys are. What are all 4
Divas,
of
yeah.
those guys? Yes.
Second in interest, Rogers. Wow.
Probably.
Honestly, so
if-
far this has been Rogers' best game of the season. Holy shit.
He had a good game in the Ravens game too. He had like a really good game.
No, I know. I'm just saying he's playing very consistently right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fairmouth too is an amazing tight end.
I know, but
He's been a huge target for Aaron Rodgers this season.
Nick Chubb and Fairmuse will probably have to keep this team in a line because like
Yeah, because they're the only two non-divas.
yeah. Same with
I think Mike Tomlin keeps his team in check. Oh, Buffalo's going to challenge if that was a
I
first
know,
down.
but Mike Tomlin can only do so much.
So let's see.
Even the offensive coordinator is a diva.
It did look a little weird. He might have not been in. I actually don't mind this challenging, but I think he might have been in. Not gonna
I
lie.
think he was.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
in.
he was, yeah.
Okay, they should lose the challenge.
Yeah, I think it was fine to challenge, but
Yeah, no. This is why you always gotta look at film before you challenge shit. Yeah, you don't want to waste those timeouts,
I
especially.
know.
when-
But I think this one was like, I think they did it. It was kind of hard to tell.
I'm not gonna lie.
'Cause
Like
then he was
on
it.
second glance, it's very easy to tell he was in.
To be fair, he was like, kind of clearly.
I know.
out,
I'm just
but-
saying, you're like losing your timeouts is like a big thing to like put on the line,
I know.
especially when you're down.
Which and like you can kind of like the Steelers can take a 2-score lead.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I know. So now the 24, Rogers. Oh. Nice takedown there.
Please paddle me down, Patterson down.
Second and 13 caught, and first down. DK with his third of the day. Yeah, so Buffalo's defense isn't playing too bad. It's really just their offense. I mean, both of their drives ended in interception. Ends it off. And Nick Chubb.
That's
Oh,
Patterson.
that's Patterson, never mind. Yeah, I was going to say, Nick Chubb is 184. Anyways,
Nick
second
Chubb was
and
34, I believe.
Yeah.
No, Nick Chubb was 22. Never mind. And Rogers. With the row out of bounds.
So, yeah, I'd throw it away. It's third incompletion of the day. So this is the last Buffalo home game for a few weeks. I feel like they kind of want to pick up this win before they go back away on the road.
Especially because, I mean, like, next few weeks they're kind of.
Yeah, and right now they're not in the playoff picture either.
They're
So.
not in the play. Yeah, exactly. Not even in the play-in.
Yeah. Rogers circles. And he's in for the first time, but a fumble.
Yeah.
And Buffalo takes it.
Good job from Buffalo's defense.
They'll get it back at the 2, though. It's Pittsburgh's defense,
I'm a
too.
golf commentator. Good job there from Buffalo's defense.
Oh, he might have been down, too. I don't know. I want to take another look at that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, he was down.
yes, the Zebras will.
I mean, regardless if he was down or not, this is still rough because
The Zebras will come out and check the play.
they
Oh,
won't. Whoa,
wow.
I don't like that.
Well, bad
They
call.
get it back with the 2.
Bad call from the Zebras there.
Yeah, so either way, this is still kind of rough because of the position they're at.
Terrible run.
So
Good
pick up 1.
Amazing job from the defense.
Shut up. Ray Davis, who I find to be a pretty underrated back.
Great job from the defense. I am the average golf commentator with no energy. His golf was not a sport.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of them not questioning that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was kind of
Pittsburgh
obvious.
probably should have challenged too, though.
Yeah, I also blame that.
Oh, is that a safety? No,
No,
okay, never mind.
close.
Oh, okay, it was close, yeah. Okay, because he tackled him at the 1. Okay, yeah, makes sense. 3rd and 10.
Cam Hayward with the tackle, one of the best defensive tackles in the league.
Yeah, Buffalo's got to be careful right now. I think they're running it a little too much. I get you don't want to take the risk, but I mean, at some point, the running back is going to be hit in the end zone, and then it will be a safety. Oh my god, it'd be 5-0.
That'd be funny.
Yes.
Though the Steelers will also get the ball back too. If that's the case, then they could take an even bigger lead. That they could take a 12-point lead. But it would be 12-0.
Yeah, no, but it'd be 5-0 at some point, which would be funny. Okay, so yep, the
Yeah.
Bills will punt.
Steelers,
They ran it way too much. I get it, like you don't want to take any big risks, but
and Allen hasn't thrown a ball today that hasn't been picked off. So
this is the
that's actually a fact, by the way.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. So this is the 3rd failed drive in a row. Should get it back in good field position too.
So the punter will punt for the first time.
Yeah, okay, so pretty good field position past the 50.
Yeah, and to be fair, last time they were in good field position, they literally fucking blew it. They got a field goal.
Honestly, as long as their defense keeps holding off Buffalo the way they are, this doesn't matter.
I know.
This game could end like 10-0, and it's still pretty dominant just because of the defense.
10-0 is like what? Like 10-0 or 6-0, like 3-0. Like where you get shut out, but it's not embarrassing.
Exactly. Well, I mean,
Defensively, it's not
yeah,
embarrassing.
offensively, it's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
So at the 40.
No, Buffalo Stadium's one of my favorites in the league.
Yeah, no, but it does have to go.
It's just old.
I can't wait for their new stadium.
I know it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be like a Legion. In the northeast.
We're gonna finally hold a Super Bowl near us. The closest Super Bowl ever held near us was like the one in Detroit, I think. Pittsburgh's never held one because they're outdoors, and they're obviously on the East Coast, so it snows.
Same thing with New England.
Yeah. Well, we're not that close to New England.
Yeah, I know, but that would be the closest. We're closer to New England.
No, the closest
than
one is Detroit. We're closer to Detroit than New England.
Oh, really?
Yes.
When did Detroit hold the Super Bowl, by the way?
I don't remember what year it was, but it was. Man.
The Eagles are gonna trade Devontae Smith. Yeah.
2006 was the last time.
What year? What Super Bowl was that?
Steelers for Seahawks.
Legion of Boom versus fucking Blitzburg.
Yup.
That's pre Legion of Boom, though.
I know. It's also pre-Blitzburg too, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Never mind. Oh wait, no, Blitzburg. No, it was pre-Blitzburg.
Blitzburg's like always been there. Blitzburg is still there.
No, there's 2 different eras of defense in the Mike Tomlin era.
To be different, honestly.
And at the 16, Rodgers touchdown. So now they'll take a double-digit lead.
Me too. I actually.
Miller. Literally who?
I think it's not Von Miller.
It's not Von Miller, though. Actually, they haven't taken the double-digit lead yet, but if they get this, they will. And it's up and good, and it's 10-0.
See them doing something because they actually have a good roster. This time they actually have a good roster.
And they have a quarterback too, Rodgers in his prime.
Yeah. And since this is Madden, no defense.
Oh my God, it's Steelers in the playoffs and Rodgers in the playoffs. Oh no, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Anyways, at the 25.
TJ Watt finally.
Well, at least they don't play in the same conference as San Francisco anymore. And caught, and down he goes at the 40, I believe. Yes.
They
Rogers'
do,
first completion.
Maybe-
Sorry, Allen's first completion of the day.
maybe the Chargers will own them this time.
Yep. TJ Watt is also back, so that's good to hear.
Yep.
Now, not if you're Buffalo, of course, but
Yeah, because Buffalo's, of course, headhunters. They'll probably injure him again.
at the 40. Hands it. Oh, nope. Play action again. Allen, oh my god. Oh my Christ, what is he doing? Oh my god. Oh, wow. He's breaking ankles again. Second and inches. Wow, that looked disastrous at first, but
Allen, great at making something out of nothing.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was looking pretty bad before he
It
was
was kind of his fault, but, like, he made something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Good quarterback.
Second and inches. First down. At the 44. Cook. No. So his occasional moments in this game where he'll get a decent run, but he's been mostly shut down, it seems.
What's the closest Super Bowl to us in our lifetime?
I still think it's Detroit.
Detroit's never been in our lifetime.
Huh? Oh, in our lifetime. Oh my god. That was even Allen's fault.
I know, but every time he throws the ball, it's pick. Fuck. I think he's 0 for 3 on his passes.
No, he's had two completions. Yeah, this one wasn't even his fault. Bounced off the lineman and picked. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, to be sure.
Patrick Queen, I believe that's the second pick of the
Yeah,
day.
it is. You could argue that was Allen's fault for
No, it's
they're throwing
oh
it.
my god, unplug your mic, Jesus, dude.
I'm like, I'm lazy.
Up the third Buffalo turnover. Rogers. Oh. Wow, big run. All the way to the 24. DK Metcalf, of course.
Who else?
But decent. So he's had a pretty good fucking year in Pittsburgh so far.
I mean,
Could have been better, but could get better. Sorry.
He's still the best receiver of this team. His
Easily, yeah.
is a bomb.
Yeah, without a doubt, he's the best. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, without a doubt. Oh, Nick Chubb is 36, by the way.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, this has been a very bad game for Buffalo. Wow. First down.
Bad season, honestly. They're probably not. They're literally 100% not winning the division if they lose this. By the way.
Well, no, obviously not. No, the Jets have pretty much locked that up. The only people even
No,
competing with it is
haven't.
New England.
No, the Jets haven't locked it up yet.
No, they haven't yet, but they're likely to.
They're literally up by 1 game.
Huh? I don't see New England passing. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the Jets are.
New England's is a little inconsistent. New England only has 2 losses.
They're 6-3.
Oh, it's like it's a bye.
Yeah, the Jets had a bye week.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, the New England's.
Caught touchdown, and the lead extends even further.
The Patriots have a bye this week too.
Wow, it said the Pittsburgh is bringing belt to ass right now. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Good work from Mike Tomlin and the Steelers. Yeah, the Steelers team honestly has been underrated in my opinion. I mean, they've been just as dominant as any other team. It's just I guess they're
By the way,
they're a 3-loss team.
They're 2-loss.
Oh yeah,
They're 7-2.
I guess them not having as many wins as like the Bengals or the
Actually,
Jets.
no, they totally don't have literally equal amount of wins. They just
I
don't
know. Fuck off with the fucking bye weeks, dude. I'm talking about like actual like fucking win to loss ratio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have one. They're 7-2, but the Jets are 7-1.
Whatever.
And
So yeah,
7-1.
that's probably what it is because honestly, like they're probably you could argue the best team in their division, like based off pure playing ability. It's them or Cincy, but
Yeah.
they're just getting an easy schedule. Like they're just that good.
I know they just had. I mean, they've had an easier schedule than like Jacksonville. Who else is on
Well, Jacksonville's in the same team they were when either of the Pitt Steelers basically are.
Huh?
I'm saying Jacksonville also isn't the same team they were in week 1, where Pittsburgh basically is.
Yeah, true.
So,
Also, the
Allen.
Jags got fucked out of 2 games.
So, yeah, it feels like they really need to make a move here because, honestly,
Yeah,
that was only a second completion of the day.
If they lose this game, I think it's actually impossible for them to go like 6 beat, for them to 6 beat
6 feet?
the division. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were referring to something else. Never mind. In for the first.
Hold on, let's see. Wait, no, never mind. No, then no teams are eliminated till they can't get as many wins as like. The Bills aren't eliminated till they literally can't get as many wins as a team like the Titans, as the Jets. Like they can still get 7 wins.
Oh, nice run from Cook.
But the Jets would literally have to lose out, pretty much lose out, for the Bills to win the division if they lose this. Because if the Bills lose this, they have like almost as many fucking losses as the Jets have wins. Schedule.
At the 50. Cook stuffed up. 49.
I believe New England's like the 5 seed. New England's fucking. New England's the 7 seed, so they're in the play. They're like the best team in the play-in. Oh yeah, by the way, at the end of every Monday night game now, we're gonna read the play. At the end of every Monday night game, we're gonna read the playoffs.
Doing a read here.
Just let me know. Okay, so the Bills was probably the best drive they've had.
They had a decent drive last time too, and then it ended in the fucking pick.
Yeah, because Allen has not been great this game passing.
Remember the game the Bills had against Cincy? It was basically a shootout. I'm pretty sure it went to overtime as well. This one is way different though. Steelers are just dominating right now. Allen check down, goes out of bounds to save the clock. .205 remaining. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 17-0 Steelers lead against Buffalo. At the 34, Allen. Pressured. Gets out of it. He's down at the 34 still, 3rd and 6, and that'll be credited as a sack.
Because they lost of nothing.
Huh?
It is sack for a loss of nothing.
A sack is if you lose yards or stay where you are.
I guess.
So,
but it has to be put to the quarterback, obviously.
I know, obviously, yeah.
Kind of stupid. Honestly, I probably should. I don't think it should be considered a sack. You literally lost nothing.
Alright, 3rd and 6. First down. Only have 2 timeouts to work with as well, because of course they wasted the timeout on the challenge earlier, which they lost, obviously, or else they'd still have 3 timeouts. And Buffalo decides to use a timeout with 1 minute and 1 second left on the clock. 17-0 here in the second quarter. Allen. Nope, Cook is stuffed up. Only pick up a 3.
Wow, Allen is over 40 fucking yards.
1 timeout remaining.
Allen is having one of the worst games of the year.
Yeah, him and Baker in 1 week. Quarterbacks don't like to work on Easter. Oh my god! Picked again! And Allen tackles him. That's actually funny. So, down at the 34, 30 seconds to go for the Steelers before half. Wow. The 4th of the day. And this is only the first half, too. Set in 34. Rogers. I mean, they don't really have to score here. There's no reason to, but I mean, if you can, go ahead. He's out of bounds, so that will stop the clock. I can honestly see 20-0 going to half. How about you?
Honestly, I could do 24 too.
I could if Rogers decides to throw deep.
I mean, if he does, then he's one of probably the best.
Oh yeah,
deep
no,
passer
yeah,
of all
for
time.
sure. Yeah, he is for sure. King of the Hail Mary as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Rogers. All 3 timeouts too, and they use their first one here. At the 45. Caught, and that'll put them in field goal range. Clock keeps going though.
Yeah, I'm just going for field goal. Okay, they have like
Yeah,
one
so
good,
it's solid. I would say.
I know they can have like one good player on their entire secondary and like one good player on their, and they have one good middle linebacker. They have one good of everything.
Alright, so trying to get better positioning, first down, and they'll use their final timeout. And this is probably where they'll kick it. There's 42-yard attempt here.
Should be good.
This will bring it to 20-0. Wow. So there'll be one more kickoff before halftime. And yikes.
Steelers 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and no punts or turnovers. So good job from Pittsburgh.
Honestly, so far the most dominant performance they've had of the season. I mean, they did pretty much beat the shit of the Ravens, only allowing a field goal in that game. But right now, Buffalo scored nothing, not even a field goal. I believe if Pittsburgh just gets a field goal, this is more dominant than the. Yeah, it is. It's more if they get a field goal, this is more dominant than the Baltimore performance because they beat Baltimore by 21.
And also the fact that that was a week 1 game in Pittsburgh, and they had Baltimore's number. This is Buffalo.
Yeah, and that will bring us to halftime. 22-0. Going into the second half. And the only thing they're leading in is rushing yards. Steelers dominating everything else. How much they can go. Anyways, Buffalo kicks it away. Down 20. Steelers will return it for some reason. Yep, they'll only get to the 20.
I mean, there was the Raiders first. Did the Raiders lose to Houston?
No. They came close, though. Oh, Rogers picked. Okay, well, they needed that. That was for sure.
Yeah.
They get back to the 22.
Did they lose to Denver?
The Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to Denver. They got blown up by Denver.
No, they lost to Miami. If I still have the last team.
So they might get points on the board here. Allen. Oh, caught. Down at the 6. First and goal. Pittsburgh has been great in the red zone.
Did the Chiefs beat Denver?
No.
So that's 3-7. Wait.
That's a 3. Allen gonna run it in for the touchdown. Buffalo finally scores.
They're 6-16 and 3-6.
After being shut out in the first half, that interception kind of helped their momentum a little bit here, but
Yeah,
they're still
but
down by quite a lot.
This game's probably still over. They just made this less of a blowout. I'm about to ass.
And there we go. Face Green Bay, I believe on Monday.
Yeah,
Kicks
we
it away.
haven't filmed that. Okay. The Bears is even 7. Okay. Yeah, how to buy. Okay. Falcons 5.
Actually, I'm gonna read out the schedule because now I'm kind of confused myself. Okay, because it's the first time we've ever done a triple header. All right, so yeah, we have Steelers, Bills today, Raiders, Chargers today, and then we have Bengals, Commanders today, and then Lions, Packers, and Eagles, Jags tomorrow. Okay, I get it. Caught him for or into the 41. Rodgers had a pretty good game here, aside from that pick. He's been really good. One of his best games of the season.
Well, the Falcons are 6-4. Yeah, the Falcons probably won their division. I'm not even gonna lie. Well, what's the Panthers' record? Have the Panthers played a game yet?
They may or may not have a bye. Yeah, they faced Cleveland.
Did they win?
No, that was the game where Cleveland went 58-2.
Okay, so yeah, yep. Falcons probably winning the division. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
Okay.
Falcons are actually, honestly, it's kind of easily, they're the best team in the division.
Yeah, probably easily. Panthers are probably still decent, but like.
I mean, they're still fighting for it because everybody's record is somewhat similar, but yeah, no, they're the best team.
Yeah, the Bucks are like 4.
They honestly, okay, they can't sweep. They can't sweep the division anymore because they lost to Carolina week 1. But
And
I think they're gonna sweep the rest of the division.
No, they lost to New Orleans too.
Oh, that's right. Okay, well they're gonna. I think they're gonna win the rest of their games though. Like I think they're gonna beat Carolina. I think they're gonna beat the Bucks again.
And they already put.
They already beat New Orleans once and lost to New Orleans once. Flag.
Yeah.
So 4-2 in the division.
Oh, Dallas. I have to update Dallas's. Okay. By the way,
Offside.
if they're eliminated, then I'm just gonna put their record is just gonna put.
Pittsburgh declines.
I'm just gonna put an E next to their record. By the way, if they're eliminated.
Obviously declining because you gained more yards. That's a 32. Rodgers. Caught.
Oh yeah, by the way, a new award we're doing is
Team of the Week. So, so I mean, it put basically like who played the best. Of course, we're still going to do offense and defense because there is, of course, offenses that are better than every other offense in a certain week. But defense, yeah, exactly.
But like we're gonna do like best overall teams, like who had like the best offense, defense, and special teams.
And what inspired us to do that is right now what Pittsburgh is doing because holy shit.
Yeah.
Atlanta. Aside from that one pick, yeah, they have been insane.
And Atlanta too, because
honestly, Atlanta might win it.
Yeah.
It's between Atlanta and Pittsburgh right now.
Yeah, but Atlanta dropped 40 points on one of the best defenses in the league.
True.
And picked off one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
5 times.
5 fucking times, and we weren't even playing it.
To be fair, if Pittsburgh picks off Allen one more time, it's the same thing. They've only allowed 1 touchdown so far.
And Allen's also better than Baker. Love you, Baker.
Yeah.
Love you, Baker, though. But you don't even touch Allen. But that's defensively, honestly, the offense.
It's still more impressive for Atlanta, though, because they had to cover harder receivers, too, though.
Oh, yeah, they had to cover Godwin, McMillan, and...
Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Rodgers. Oh, sacked.
And also the fact that the Steelers' offense, not even gonna lie, it's kind of...
No, this has been great. What do you mean? Their offense is on fire.
No, I kind of...
Dude, Rodgers almost has 300, and we're not even in the fourth quarter.
No, I know that, but it kind of stalls out of the red zone. Like, there's only 2 drives. There's literally only been 2 drives. So they've gotten in the red zone literally on all 4 of their drives.
Their offense is playing elite. Red zone. It's harder to score in the red zone in general.
No, the thing is, they've gotten to the red zone on 4 out of the 5 of their drives, and they've gotten 2 field goals. They got into the 3-yard line and didn't score a fucking touchdown, and they got to the 1 yard.
Yeah, no, Buffalo has a good front line. Yeah.
I know, but like that's kind of why I can't say that. Like Atlanta did.
Well, no, Atlanta's probably winning it over Pittsburgh. I'm just saying Pittsburgh is closer than you think it is.
Yeah, I guess.
Than they are. Sorry. Anyways, so PAT will bring us to a 20-point game once again. Why? Okay, they're just trolling.
Bullying. No, Pittsburgh automatically loses to bullying. Bullying's wrong. We should.
They got it too.
Yeah,
28-7. No. This is now in a 21-point game.
No, this is bullying. Pittsburgh automatically loses due to bullying.
Sean McDermott's like, fuck you. They're always harder to play. Anyways, they kick it away.
And Buffalo also has Steelers number 2, so.
Well, actually, then that makes this just as impressive. Because
Oh, I didn't
because
think about
Tomlin has a losing record against
Oh,
fucking
shit, I didn't think about
McDermott.
that. Yeah. It's probably gonna go to Atlanta because they did it to a division rival, so. But, like.
Those were given to Atlanta because most of their wins have been Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I know. It's mainly it's the schedule's not even easy though. That's the funny thing. The schedule's not even easy. They just always win because of the fucking refs.
They were still flag farming too because they purposely got a PI call too.
Yeah, the game was already like 31 to.
I know,
7.
but still, they're still flag farming even though they don't, even when they don't need to.
I know, but I'm not gonna count that just because it was a 25
Well, yeah, no, it was
game.
one flag. It wasn't a game-costing flag or anything.
Yeah, the game was over.
The game was gonna go that way either way.
The game was over like the second quarter. Honestly, the game was over by like the end of the first quarter. I'm not even gonna lie.
And Allen. Oh yeah, because wasn't it 14-0 after the first?
Yeah.
When's it in? Flag.
I think that'd be a holding call and a legal block.
Might be
black.
unnecessary roughness. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I don't agree with it. They just tackle him out of bounds. No, I don't like that call.
No, I get it.
No, I don't. They tackle
No,
him
if you
out of
tackle
bounds.
somebody like out of bounds after they already stepped out, then it's about unnecessary.
But they didn't. They literally tackled him out of bounds. Like they tackled him so they made him go out of bounds. I don't like the call.
I'm fine with it. Alan? I just defended you, come on, man. 56 yards in almost the fourth quarter, man. I get you have the receiving room of a pencil sharpener and a fucking headphone case, but, like, come on, man. No offense, Khalil Shakir or Keon Coleman. Did you get Alan?
Yeah. Alan, another flag. Holy Christ! It was a Steelers game and the flags come out.
You should trade AJ
And now
Brown.
it's on the offense.
You should trade AJ Brown for Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne. Yep.
You know that? Do you even know who that is?
Yes, I know. He plays in New England.
What played? He's a fucking free agent now.
Oh, I actually didn't know he was a free
He's the
agent.
receiver 1. How is that? That's worse than the Eagles receiver 1.
Third and 20.
That's worse than the Eagles drafting fucking Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. I will never let you forget that.
No, nothing's worse than that.
Nothing.
Literally, arguably the worst receiver ever over fucking Justin Jefferson, who's arguably the best receiver in the league.
Is that a rare Howie Roseman?
Actually, not really arguable, but he is the second best. He's not a triple crown, so he can't really be. But
Cooper Kupp's the triple crown. You're gonna say he's best?
4th and 20, way out of field goal range, and they're probably gonna punt. Wow.
Yeah, it's honestly probably going to 35-7. Jesus Christ. By the way, if the Steelers drop 42 points, that it technically is, they will win Team of the Week.
Honestly, I don't think it's about how many points to drop. It's more what team are you more impressed with. And honestly, so far it's still Atlanta, but Pittsburgh's been playing good. Offensively, I've actually liked Pittsburgh more though.
No,
defensively, I don't.
I've liked Atlanta more.
They honestly didn't do much offensively because their defense gave them like perfect field position for every play they had. With the Steelers are actually doing
I know, but the thing is that Atlanta didn't struggle in the red zone at all. Literally not a single
because they
time.
were put in the red zone when they got the ball back.
No,
so
I mean when they got at the 1 yard line, they would literally never fucking put.
Okay, anyways,
and also
Rodgers,
their special teams played better.
They also
too.
have a better. Wow, that was literally the easiest pick I've ever seen. How did you not get that?
Keep in mind, we're also talking.
They also have a better back too.
Keep in mind,
Bijan's more reliable than Nick Chubb is.
I know that, but keep in mind, yeah, I know what your overall team, and also we have to keep in mind special teams.
Yes, but it's easier for Atlanta to run the ball in the red zone than it is for Pittsburgh.
I know.
That's my point.
That's why I'm talking overall teams.
Yeah.
And also, you have to keep in mind.
Oh.
Holy shit! What a catch.
Who even was that?
That was Goat Johnson.
Oh wow.
Yeah, good catch by Johnson. Anyways. Keep in mind, we also have including special teams, and Atlanta's special teams is part of the reason why they beat the living shit out of the Bucks. I
forgot Deontay was on this team.
Yeah, he's the receiver 3, that's why.
Yeah, him, DK, and fucking, George all in one fucking receiving room, Jesus Christ.
I know, they're all, like, really talented, but all,
Bring back AB.
Yep, that would definitely make this Bluff of a diva.
Yep, that would go over well.
Nope,
that would go over well.
Yup.
Yep, it would.
Put him as a lineman.
Caught. and take
One
it
of
in.
the greatest one of the greatest receivers of all time is a lineman.
Honestly, Rodgers is in player of the week contention right now. Jesus, what a fucking game. I can get over that one interception because it honestly meant nothing. I mean, it did give Buffalo their first points,
By
but
the way, Rodgers is fucking off. This offense is elite, by the way. Every single player here is elite. They have an elite O-line. Well, I won't say elite, but a solid O-line. A solid fucking running back. An elite receiving room. Honestly, probably the best receiving room in the league, actually.
A top 5 to 10 quarterback ever.
Like, this offense is fucking stacked. Brees is still better than Rodgers.
This is technically the best team Rodgers has ever played on. Rodgers has never played on a stronger offense than this.
I know, he's played with good offense, of course, in Green Bay, but
Yeah.
actually, honestly, last year's Jets is also close because it was actually.
No, this is way better.
I know, but it is close though, because Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall. Actually, I think Brees Hall was injured.
Yeah, but it wasn't prime Devontae. I mean, Devontae's still good, but he's not prime Devontae anymore. Wow. Honestly, if Rodgers hits the 400, we're putting him in player of the week contention.
Yep. We should put Josh Allen player of the week contention.
Yep.
This week. This was probably the best week of the year.
Yup.
He only threw 4 picks, and he threw a very massive.
Not even at 100 yards yet.
He's not even at 70.
Wow.
But that's a lot.
That's crazy.
You know, also crazy.
No, it's not really that crazy anymore.
Actually, no, the Ninjas revived. Ninja revived it.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, maybe his player of the week contention is dying out a little bit.
Bishop kind of always in there, gonna lie.
It's hard to say because, dude, 400 yards, that's pretty good.
I know, but Bishop owns him so much. Like, look at this shit. That's his second pick of the day. Yeah.
And at the 43.
Actually, I think Jesse Bates should win Defensive Player of the Week, but I think the Steelers should win Defense of the Week. We're not gonna talk about what I just saw there. I'm not gonna talk about that. So, Josh Hines Allen will throw the ball.
Thought that was picked again, not gonna lie. It was.
So Josh Hines Allen with his 8th completion of it, 88 yards.
Yep, he's 12 yards away from 100.
Yep, and it's almost the 4th quarter, and this guy was the MVP last year, by the way.
Yeah, he's clearly ass.
Yeah!
He's clearly ass.
Honestly, it's like as far as receiving it is literally.
No, this game is his fault.
Huh.
This game is his fault.
Oh yeah, definitely. But like his receiving has also played like a bag of chips, so that's my fault with Buffalo. Honestly, their receiving is the best receivers can heal fucking Shakir. I like Shakir, but like he's not even better than Devontae Smith. I like Devontae too. But if your wide receiver 1 isn't even fucking touching a receiver 2.
To be fair, Devontae Smith and T. Higgins are like 2 wide receiver 2s that should be wide receiver 1s, but they're not just because they play slightly better wide receivers.
Devontae, I don't think would be a good wide receiver. I think he's a good wide receiver too.
I'm saying he could be on most teams.
I know he could be, but like I don't think
Same thing. Him and T. Higgins are both on that same level.
T. Higgins could be a wide receiver 1 on some teams. I don't think Devontae could.
Yes, he could.
No,
Buffalo, he'd be a good wide receiver 1.
No, the thing is, he's kind of too small to receiver 1, but he'd be a good
Yeah, he was told that in college too, bud.
No, I think I think you want your receiver 1 to be good on the sidelines, but he's more of an in the middle throw.
He's decent on the sidelines.
I know, but he's
got some good plays.
Okay, yeah, but I know that, but he's better in the middle.
I'm saying I would take him as a wide receiver 1 in Buffalo over Khalil, not gonna lie.
Yeah, obviously, because Shakir's fucking mid. He's like the 2nd worst receiver in the league.
Behind who?
There's somebody that's ass. Let's see his fucking name. Christian Watson.
Christian Watson's good.
Yeah, he's great when he's there.
So, but he's not ass. You said he was ass.
No, I'm talking about.
That'll bring us to the 4th quarter.
AC North, no, nobody in AC North knows JP's better than fucking Khalil Shakir.
Well, Buffalo gets another touchdown.
Shit. Buffalo totally gonna come back.
2 stops away.
Yeah, 2 steps away.
Rating it. Bills Bengals is better than Vikings Dolphins.
Vikings Bengals is also up there.
A lot of Bengals games in consideration. Bengals Ravens too, because I don't believe they've had a second. Oh no, they've had both their games. I'm pretty sure, have they? Actually, I don't think they have. But I don't know. I'm confused because I don't feel like the Bengals have swept the Ravens, but they haven't lost to the Ravens either. So. No, okay, they've only had 1 game so far.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Rodgers sacked. Wow. The Bills are actually trying to come back.
Yeah. No, this is actually possible, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, take back everything I just said about the Steelers. Yeah, Atlanta 100% just 1 game at play at Team of the Week. Jesus Christ. The Steelers almost blew like a 28-point lead.
No, it was a 20-point lead. 21-point lead. So 3rd and 15. If Buffalo gets a stop, this game is honestly still in contention for them. 4th and 7. Yeah, never lead with just 28 points.
Oh shit, that was terrible. What?
Never lead with just 28 points ever.
Yeah.
The Steelers
yeah.
might actually blow this.
Oh fuck, whoops.
What?
Okay, change of plans. Raiders versus Chargers is gonna be the primetime game, because I just realized Raiders Chargers is so much more interesting than fucking fucking Ravens Cardinals.
Matt Milano hurt.
That's the worst one. That should be in the middle.
So at the 38, honestly, if they have a good drive here, I can see them bring this to OT. I'm not gonna lie. 2nd and 7.
Sorry about that.
So now Buffalo at the 42. 2nd and 7. James Cook with a first.
Wait.
At the 45. We've only had 1 comeback.
Pause.
One other comeback of the year went down by this many points, and it was the Patriots versus the Browns. Patrick Queen will be credited with a sack there. He's had a great game. Defensive player of the week contender for sure.
Josh Allen's had a great game.
Yup. Honestly, if he carries them to a win, I mean, the first half was still shit, but the second half is pretty good.
Yeah, I can't win offensive player of the week, but he can win player of the week. Just because the comeback was school.
And Allen. 3rd and 3. 38. Oh my God, what a comeback this would be if it happened.
I know, the Steelers just completely blew their team of the week intention. I'm sure that's what they care about.
Yep. I mean, even if the Bills bring us to overtime and lose, though, that's still an impressive comeback.
I know, this still gonna be the 13 seed though. Sorry, the 13 and 12 seed.
I know. Call it first down.
They're the 12 seed right now.
They gotta hurry up here, but.
That's just about the 13 seed. We were talking about that earlier. Talking about their ass. And Cade with the reception.
at the 26. To James Cook, who's stuffed up there. Pickup of 1. Allen throwing deep, touchdown. Oh wait, no, oh, he dropped it.
Yeah.
Oh, that could have been a touchdown.
Wow,
Jeez.
I'm getting remarks of a certain last year's divisional round. Ravens fans were so happy after that.
Yep.
They loved Mark Andrews. They said great things about Mark Andrews.
Yep.
They completely forgave him.
3rd and 9. Deep throw again. Dropped.
Almost picked.
So obviously they got to go for it
Nope.
here, but
Kick the field goal.
yeah, if they don't get it, it's over. But they do get it though. I don't think you got to throw. Don't throw it to the end zone this time. Just get enough for a first.
Yeah, like a check down.
Yeah.
The other 3 times
If they
I
throw
get
it to the end zone, they might be fucked.
it. Yeah, the other 3 times I get it, but this time you really can't.
Okay, well they're throwing it to the end zone, and it's flag. Oh, that might have just bailed them out.
I think it was a PI.
If it's a PI, they're saved. It is. The drive is alive at the 1. That just saved them a bunch of time too.
And Dante Jackson with this PI could have cost his team the game because Aaron Rodgers can't keep fucking play under pressure.
My
Holy shit.
no.
Holy shit, this defense is fucking crazy. Sean McDermott clearly mad at the offensive coordinator. Who's the Bills' offensive coordinator again?
Joe Brady, GOAT. Totally didn't lose in the game against the Chiefs.
That's all. By the way, that's another reason.
Fucking idiot tush pushed on a 4th and 1.
Who do you think is worse, Sean McDermott or Joe Brady?
What? Sean McDermott or Joe Brady?
Yeah.
Well, they have different jobs, but Sean McDermott because he keeps Joe Brady around, so
Yeah.
like he has the power to fire Joe Brady and he doesn't
Yeah.
do it. Allen, sacked.
TJ Watt with the sack.
Might have just saved the game for them. Good.
Of course, now he is leading the league in sacks.
Yep, for like the 500th time in his career. 500th time, whatever, fuck. Wow. Yeah, this O-line can't guard him at all. Fuck. No O-line can. He's fucking TJ Watt.
Yep, best defensive player in the league.
At the 5.
So arguably.
I mean, he's led the league in sacks like a million times, so I'd say so. And picked again now.
Patrick
Probably
Queen
in there.
again.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
Patrick Queen just won defensive player of the week.
Wow,
Right?
just saved the game. 3rd interception.
Yeah,
And
Patrick.
Allen's 5th.
Patrick Queen is winning defensive player of the week. Just know that. Like, there's like no topping this game.
Yeah,
Like,
wow.
he's had. Like, I get TJ Watt at all, but he injured himself off that too. Poor guy.
I mean, yeah, I'd see he probably just won them the game, so whatever.
Yeah.
So they get it back at the 10. They can probably just run out the clock here. Rodgers.
Probably do that play action so they can get into not the 11-yard line. They can run the clock now, but like they're not at the 11-yard line anymore. Like there's no risk of a safety.
Yeah, I know. Vermuth the catch. He's been one of Rodgers' biggest targets since Rodgers came to Pittsburgh. Hands it off, and Nick Chubb gonna gain a lot here.
Slide.
His biggest game of the his biggest gain of the game so far.
Of the season too.
Is it?
You're
Well,
having a down year. Just look, there's a pass formation. I don't know why.
Rodgers, Fairmouth, down at the 32. His 7th reception of the day, my god. Pittsburgh should get the 2-minute warning here as well.
I just want to run it down to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, they will do that. 28-14, Pittsburgh's ball. Pittsburgh's lead. At the 29. Hands it off, and 3rd and 9. Buffalo used to their first time out. 3rd and 9. And they'll just settle for a field goal here as Buffalo uses their second time out.
What do you think?
48-yard attempt. It's up and good.
No, and they had to kick off.
Oh, I guess, yeah. And Buffalo will take the touchback here at the 25 with less than 2 minutes to go. The game was looking winnable until Allen threw his 5th pick, and then, yeah, the game was basically out of contention right there. Now they only have 1 timeout.
Patrick Queen back on.
Less than 2 minutes.
Patrick Queen back on.
Yeah, he is. 8 tackles, 3 interceptions, and I believe 1 or 2 sacks.
1 sack.
Still, though, that's an for one game. That's fucking nuts.
I know, for a middle linebacker.
That's
too.
like 2 or 3 games.
For a
worth of
linebacker too, having a sack is insane. That's about stats for a linebacker. That's about stats for games, 2 or 3 games.
Well, you could the LB blitzes are pretty common. Not gonna lie.
No middle linebackers though.
Yeah, they're a part of that. You could blitz with them in a linebacker.
I know, but they're smaller
And
than
you
like
can't
left
get out of
linebackers
bounds.
or right
Clock will
linebackers.
keep running.
Smaller than left linebacker, right linebackers.
I know they're smaller, but I'm saying it's not like super rarely in sacks.
Miles Jack has 7 career sacks, 7.5 career sacks,
Yeah.
and he's like one of the greatest linebackers of all time.
Yes, but linebacker blitzes are so common.
I guess. To be fair, he had a short career. He only played for like 6 years.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty impressive. Like, decently impressive for 6 years, yeah.
Well, he only started for 6 years. 2 of the... Actually, no, he only started for 4 years.
And, yeah, then that's even more impressive. There you go. So they'll use their final timeout here.
In his last 2 years, he was fucking washed. And he was like a special teams player.
Caught. And this should probably just run out the rest of the clock here. Actually, they're going to do huddles, even though it's literally meaningless, but... Actually, no, maybe they'll just let it run out.
Actually, Miles Jack played for the Eagles at one point.
Yep.
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 He did do that.
Yep.
When he was like wash as shit.
And that'll do it. 31-14. Steelers win by 17.